Hello, I'm Chris the Perfecti. I am the second in command of the Humble Holy Laity, the group that prays on here. And I also host a show called Awake. And this is a trailer for the Halloween special that'll be coming up this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about Halloween, the undead holiday. And what do I mean by that? Well, I think Halloween is one of the most soulless holidays, not by its own design or fault, but by the people that often celebrate it. And it is a very disastrous, unhealthy obsession that many people get into that is completely devoid of the whole purpose of it. There is a lot of history behind Halloween, both Christian and pagan. It used to be known as All Saints' Day, followed by All Souls' Day. And it's just a reflection of how far we've fallen in our culture. And the reason being is because mostly the adults have lost the transcendent. It's almost like a mockery of the supernatural, what Halloween has become. You know, the kids understand it. The kids understand that the superheroes or the ghouls and the goblins that they're dressing up as are symbolic images of good and evil, and the adults think it's just a time to have a vainglorious decorative competition while the kids eat tons of unhealthy candy and it's just a time for hedonism. Meanwhile, our culture seems to be falling apart faster and faster. And no one seems to make the connection that because we've lost the sight of the transcendent and symbolic, is why we are losing our grip on morals, society, spirituality. That's the first biggest problem with Halloween. It's become this giant corporate profiteering enterprise for many different companies which provide the accessories for Halloween, as well as just a big party time. All the while, it was really meant to be a bit of a masquerade to remind us of what lies beyond the veil. I actually don't have the problem, I don't have as much of a problem as at least with the display of the bizarre and the horrific. After all, I believe that the lack of understanding of supernatural and natural evil is why people get suckered into doing bad things. And so there is a healthy place for the creepy and the horrific if done intelligently, or we're just going to turn to the softest, most snowflake ridiculous society ever, and we pretty much have, where everything is acceptable. I will say, however, that this one thing that happens a lot of Halloween, which is occult in nature, and many people do, is the Ouija board practice, which many exorcists in my faith warn against. It is a divinization ritual, and many children have done that. Their parents have allowed them to do that, and it does seem to be a gateway drug into the occult and into seances and fortune telling and all of that, and that is dangerous. But you know, the occult and the Western understanding of spirituality is a mockery of what it's supposed to be. That's the most dangerous thing because all of this falls under the umbrella of mocking the spirit world, which is very dangerous and involves God versus the devil and good versus evil. And people think it's just a big joke or a recreational thing. So the main disease there, that even the Ouija boards, yes, there's some demonic issues with that, but the main problem is that it's all a big joke. It's all for laughs. It's a big comedic carnival of something instead of it being a little bit more somber and understanding that there is the supernatural and there is supernatural horror and there is supernatural beauty. And of course, and people don't always dress up as supernatural beings. They could also be dressed up as famous historical figures or heroes or maybe religious figures and many important symbols that provide great depth in our world that people don't take seriously. They just think it's the little kids are playing it, all the while they could be completely giving indifference to what could save their souls, to be honest. So this is a very superficial undead holiday. That's what I would call it, and it is horrific and is creepy. But it's what's the creepy thing is are the unwitting masses making fun of that which exists, that which transcends our reality, and wondering why we are quickly heading towards totalitarian world government and why their lives are miserable because they have no deeper meaning other than the material world. So it's very sad. But I believe that Halloween isn't completely bad in the sense of, well, it's showing too much of the supernatural. I am not a puritanical evangelical type who thinks that because there is a lot of occult activity and witchcraft done on it, that means that anything that involves the display of supernatural evil, of folklore, of of wearing a costume or a mask, or having a particular array of colors, vivid colors of a certain type, uh, is evil or something. I don't think we should throw that out. After all, going after that comes Christmas, which has plenty of lights and also has integrated pagan rituals. I mean, the Christmas tree, and there is some pagan elements to Christmas. So just like Halloween. So if we're gonna throw Christmas out because there was a pagan version of that was Christianized, I'm not completely in that bandwagon. And I also think holidays, which is supposed to be holy days, that's what the original meaning of it was, are extremely important. And if we lose the sense of the sacred holy day or holiday, we lose yet more depth. We become more of a silly, superficial, materialistic world. So we need to redeem the holidays. And yes, we need to redeem Halloween, make Halloween All Saints Day and All Souls Day once again. Make Halloween great again, is what I say. So this is a trailer for my show. Please come out if you would like to hear more about my viewpoints. And please bring your own comments. Hope to see you there.